All right, in this last part of this social media management class, I want to talk about social media trends, but we will not be talking about it much because we have been talking about it from the beginning. We have been talking about social media trends, and I've mentioned AI chatbot for customer support, and I've also mentioned long short form videos. I've mentioned social e-commerce. Right now, of course, that is what is here. Chatbot for customer support, personalized content recommendations, social e-commerce. I've talked about the short form videos. This is what I have all talked about. Now, in introduction to automation tools, this course is kind of important, but then I don't see it as important. All right, but I want to walk you through, and I will tell you why. The reason is because some of these tools, all right, they are paid tools. You may have money to purchase any of them, which is very good. All right, you may decide to use the free version, which is as well very good. All right, but then if you don't have money, what will you do? So these are tools that will help you to maximize your. Now let's look at the benefit. The benefit is that in using social media automation tools is that it saves time and it allows you to focus and re-strategize. All right, but then what are the top tools we have? We have Hootsuite, Buffer, Social Bee for scheduling. If you want to schedule a post, which I have already showed you how to schedule a post directly from these platforms. So, but if you still want to schedule to multiple platforms, like you want to schedule from one platform and it appears on TikTok, Twitter, you can use these tools. But most of them are paid tools. So if you don't have money, you just go with the way I taught you earlier. All right. So it's just like that. I personally have an account with Puffer and Hootsuite when I newly started. My blog was hot. But when I noticed that they were premium software, you can't use some things until you pay for it. I had to decide to leverage on the particular platforms that I'm doing. And then we have Sprout Social for analytics, just the way I showed you how to do analytics from the professional dashboard and insight. That's how you can also use something like HubSpot, Google Analytics, Sprout Social to check for analytics. So it's also good like that. So these are tools that help you. If you want to do email marketing, of course, I have an account with MailChimp, and MailChimp has a free version. So you can use them. You can use HubSpot for nurturing leads and all that. MailChimp is very good, and I suggest it. That's why I highlighted it here for you, which is very, very good. So these are the tools you can use in order to maximize your time and in order to re-strategize your focus. Of course, these are the icons for it. I've used Buffer before and I've used Hootsuite before. So this is how they look. So if you go there, Buzamo is also very good. The Social Pilot looks like the icon looks like Telegram. So you can see how they look. Code Schedule is also, there are many of them. I only mentioned these ones here for you to understand. Now let's look at the 7 benefits of social media management software. All these softwares that I mentioned that you can use them, what are their benefits? Number 1 is that it can save you time. It's efficiency. It improve efficiency. Imagine you scheduling a post, posting a post from just one website and appears on your TikTok and appears when you connect them together. They are good, but if you have money, you can go for it. But if you don't have money, just leverage on what I just taught you. Now we have more marketing insight. It shows you more marketing insight, and then audience engagement. You can also engage with your audience directly from those websites. Yes, you can engage with your audience directly from these particular softwares. Then of course, team management, because if you have somebody who is managing your account, you can also put the person image there and the team will work for you guys. Alright, so it reduces your cost, and this is your time. Time is one of the most important thing here, right? Now let's go to social media trends and automations, back to where we're talking. And then the next one here is that how to manage crisis. I've taught you the tools. I've taught you how to manage crisis. Now is the tools to use to manage crisis. You can use some of these tools to manage your crisis, right? So you can use tools like Brand24. You can use Brand24 to engage with comments and all of that to manage this crisis. You can use draft FAQs, right, to schedule and all of that. So this is what it is. But like I said, this particular topic, just that it's part of your course content, right? That a course outline. That's why I'm putting it here, because most of the times you don't kind of need it. Then social media automations, of course, you need to follow block industries and not to now. If you want to follow you, this is important. Let me explain something here. If you want to know, you have to have an authority on social media, you have an authority, you want to have an authority on the niche you are writing, you need to follow up the trends. You need to know what social media, like I told you, social media is updating day by day. It's updating day by day. This is AI, where the AI generation, things are just evolving, so you need to follow up. How do you do that? You can follow up the trends by subscribing to newsletters. That's one. You can subscribe to people who are doing social media. Maybe they have their email where they send newsletters. You can subscribe to, like I subscribe to one. And then you can also go to Google and type Google Alert, and then you put your email there. When you put your email, select the niches that you're interested in. If you're interested in finance niche, you're interested in social media, tech news, all of this, subscribe to it and then put it. You're not paying any money, right? You just put your email and put some of these things you're interested in, and Google will send you any news, any information that is directly related to your niche, any updates directly to your email. I receive those emails every single day, and then you keep updated with it. The reason is because if you don't keep updated with what is currently going on with on social media, you won't be able to know how to maximize your effect. So you must know how to do this, and it helps very, very well. Alright, so now we are going to talk about advanced content strategy for social media growth. We have talked about social media strategy, but now we are going to talk about the advanced part. Now here, like I said, you need to have an in-depth knowledge of how this platform work. That's why that first class on overview of social media is very important. If you do not understand, you can go back to it and watch it. It's within this channel, you can go back to watch it. All right, now you need to understand that Instagram is for visual storytelling. You need to understand that LinkedIn is for professionals. You need to understand that TikTok is for visuals, video and images. YouTube is for visual images and videos. Facebook is for both text, for both. You need to understand the in-depth of this particular platform in order for you to use them. See, this is the proper understanding of this that makes you a professional. Anybody can just be a social media manager, but if you are not you don't know what I'm talking about, you can't be a professional. You may likely be an ordinary social media, but you won't be a professional. So you need to analyze this, know how it works, and know the kind of content to put at so place in that for you. So of course, when you are creating your content, be particular about the tone, the style, the format of which you place those content. See, there is a way I saw somebody's content and I saw somebody's page. Anywhere I come across that graphic, I will know that graphic is coming from that man. That is because he has positioned his style, he has positioned his tone in order for people to know that this is his brand, this is his authority. So you need to understand your brand's tone, your brand style. Now we are talking about advanced things. Now you need to understand this because this matters a lot in social media. So that if you are creating art or you're creating a graphics, you don't just create graphics anyhow. Create graphics with specific pictures, specific colors, specific text that aligns with your brand, so that whenever anybody finds it, they will know that this brand is coming from so person. This is very important. And of course, we have example. You can use professional language for LinkedIn, but casual. See, let me tell you, one of the best way to succeed in social media is for you to do competitor analysis. Know what your competitors are doing, model it. I did not say copy, I say model. Copy their strategy and effect it. All right, so once you learn how to align your brand tone, the style to your brand, the next thing to do is that in your writing, you must be very, very critical. You are dealing with human beings, and you must understand what we call the art of persuasion, and you must also understand human psychology. So you ensure that your article has a very good hook. You must solve a particular problem, bring a solution, and of course, you should pull a CTA, which is a call to action. If you want to know more about this kind of marketing, you should learn copywriting class from us. It will help you a lot. So you must know how to use emotions, use some kind of storytelling while you are writing in order to come. Don't write professionally as if you are writing an article or you are writing a book you want to publish in school. No. Write as if you are conversating with somebody, as if you are talking with somebody. All right, this is what helps best. This is what will help you, and this is what I'm recommending for you. So that is that for storytelling. And the storytelling techniques is because you are targeting humans, and so it will make you productive. It will make your article very enjoyable. It will make your article very engaging. All right, and then the next thing is that you engage analytics for optimization. Of course, I taught you that under analytics and advertising. That under analytics, I say analyze to see what is working, whether your strategy is working or not, in order for you to know what to change and what to proceed with. So if you know that people from US are the one engaging with your post, you should start writing for people in US. If you know that your people engaging with your post are for the age of 25 to 34, you should know that those are the younger generations, and you should also be targeting your content for them. If you notice that posting every day does not work for you, change the strategy. If you notice that posting every day works for you, go with the strategy. So you have to use some of these metrics like engagement rate, the watch time, the shares, and the comments. If you create a post and over 100 people share that post, and other people have not been shared, other posts have not, people don't need to share other posts, you have to ask your question, why are people sharing this particular one, so that you create more content that resonates with that particular one, so that people will also share. So that is that for and engagement analysis. Now I want to move to building a personal brand for social media. Now, building a special personal brand for social media. This is very important, and I want you to pay close attention. Now, in building a personal brand, for what is personal brand? Presenting yourself in a way that highlights your expertise, your values, and your offering. And why is it? Because you build trust. Now, it doesn't make sense, all right, for you to tell somebody that you are a social media manager when if somebody goes to your Facebook page, he does not know anything about you like that. If you go to, he does not have a website, you don't have where anybody can say that you are a social media manager. I used to say this many times, that if you go to my Facebook page, you will know that I'm a content writer. There is no how you will not know. Even apart from the naming of Omni writer, you will know that I'm a content writer because I write very well. So your personal brand shows that this is who you are. It credits you. It builds your brand. It builds your values. As a matter of fact, I used to say building a social media brand, building your personal brand for social media is very important because your reputation matters, right? I was sitting in front of an interview in Calabar the other time, and on a social media managing job, and I was talking, and one of the employer asked me for my Facebook. He just asked, what social media handle do you use best? I said Facebook and LinkedIn. Say, can we have the handles? I gave them the handles. While the other person was talking to me, the other person was going through my profile. Imagine if they have found that I don't represent what I'm saying to them. So your brand matters a lot. Now, let me show you this before I proceed. Look at this. I don't know if this will be visible to you, but if it's not visible to you, pause the video and then zoom it out to see. These are what social marketers should stop and start doing in 2025. These are the things I recommend you should stop doing, and these are the things I recommend you should start doing. Let me just mention them. I won't explain. Now, jumping on every trend is not important. Posting consistently just for the sake of posting is not important. That you post every day does not mean it. Building out a content calendar too far in advance. Imagine you posting in 3 months advance. Doesn't make sense at all. Does not. Now, adopting a salesy or corporate brand voice does not matter. Remember, I was talking about brand voice. Choose a brand voice that resonates with your own brand, and then providing slow, generic customer care. Somebody messaged you on WhatsApp or Facebook, DM you on Facebook. It takes you more than 24 hours, 25 hours. It takes you more than 2 days, 3 days before that to respond. It doesn't speak well at all. And then what should you start doing? Keep up with online culture and listening to your audience. Keep up with trends. Keep up with events. Always listen. Publishing original entertaining content. Original content. That's what you should be posting. And then combating misinformation. Don't post something you know nothing about. Please don't copy and paste. And then providing fast personalized customer care. Fast personalized customer care. Somebody DM you, that's why your data needs to be on as a social media manager. Somebody DM you, it shouldn't take you up to 5 minutes to respond to the person. All right. And lastly, selling product directly through social media platform. You can sell your product on social media platform. Sell your product there instead of you to go and sell on people's comments, or maybe just sell on your platforms. All right. When you write an article, that's how I mentioned here that you should put a call to action. Now I mentioned here that you put a call to action. Where did I mention that? Now this is a call to action. If you have a product and you post and you write something about that product, let's say you write the benefit of a perfume. When you write the benefit of a perfume and you did not say anything, at the end of the day, say, do you want to buy a good perfume from us? Click the link below to buy. Always sell your own personal product. All right, so that is how there for building a what and what not to do. Now there is a reason why I brought that up under building a personal brand, because when you are building your own personal brand, it seems as though you are doing everything. You are just thinking that whatever these people are doing, especially if you are following competitor analysis, you think that whatever these people are doing, no, what they are doing may not work for you, but it's just for you to filter the strategy and use it. All right, that's how I bring it here. Now for the second in building your brand, after you know the definition and the importance of building your brand, we are now going to launch into the steps in building your brand. Number one is that identify the niche that resonates with you. I'm a content writer and SEO specialist, and I used to say this many times that I have a friend who is also a content writer, and her own business of content writing is specifically to write resume, CV, cover letter. That's her business. She doesn't write for blogs like we write for blogs. Meanwhile, me, I'm an expert in writing for blogs. Alright, so you first of all identify your niche, and then you define your brand voice. You have to know the particular niche you want to be writing for. You may not be managing, you may just decide not to be managing for everybody. But my advice for a newbie is that don't choose a niche yet. Try to explore some of these niches and see the one you are good at. If a job from a painting industry comes, take it. If a job from a painting production, a perfume industry comes, take it. If a job from an entertainment comes, take it. From sport, take it. From real estate, take it. And then when the space of 1 year to 2 years, you now know where you are good at. You now decide to specify. So number one is that you must identify your voice and build your profile towards that. Once you identify your voice on your Facebook and all your profile you have, you keep talking about social media in that particular area. Keep talking about social media as related to that area. Keep talking about it in that area. As you are doing, you are building your profile. As you are doing, you are building your profile. So that's how to do it. Then number two is that you collaborate for growth. Of course, you are not going to do this alone. There are people who are, I'm a social media manager myself. We are friends already because you are taking this course, and I can guide you at any time, and I can give you information that you need. So you have to network with people who are already doing it. If you take this course from Express Tech Academy, most of you here should be friends with each other. Talk to each other, you'll be friends. There are some people who will be serious with this course and they are going to go on with this skill to become professionals. All right, so you have to network, even on Facebook or anywhere, Instagram, wherever you find yourself. If you see somebody who is always posting something that you like, particularly he's a social media manager and he's always talking about social media, you can ping him and say, oh, my name is so and so, I'm an upcoming social media manager and I noticed you have been in the niche. Can we network? Very simple. And you can network like that, so that from time to time you share ideas together and you can't work alone, right? So you can join groups on Facebook, join communities and network. In fact, most of your network is what will bring you most of the money, and then you plan for long-term success. See, whatever you are doing, plan for it. All right, you plan for it by continuously stay on trends, tools and strategies. Like I say, you use analytics to change your strategies. You can also use Google Alerts for news. You can also subscribe to people's newsletters to see what is currently going. Always plan for the future. All right, always plan for the future. Alright, so now we go into documenting sources. If you have any basic sources, you can document them. We have time management here. You can use tools like Trello. Trello is a good app, but then it's a premium app, right? So but you can know how to maximize time yourself. This topic of building your brand is basically you revolving around choosing your niche and then start building content and start talking about it and start revolving yourself around that particular niche on social media. This helps a lot and a lot. Now I'm going to rush you to skills that you need as a freelancer. Now please pay close attention. All right, so skills that you need as a number one, you must be a creative mind. Our president said we should be a creative mind, and I support him in that. If you're a social media manager, you must be creative. You must be creative in writing. You must be creative in designing graphics. You must be creative in doing video editing. You must be creative in doing analysis. You must be creative. Very important. Creativity. Imagine if you are being hired to manage for real estate and you know nothing about real estate. Where are you going to get the ideas to write content on? Is you being creative. Number two is that you must know copywriting. Copywriting is writing persuasive act of writing. I can still remember I mentioned the act of persuasion. That act of persuasion I gave you of making your hook very eye-catching. All those things I mentioned there are copywriting. So you just have to know how to write for business, write for marketing. That's what copywriting is. You must know it, and it's very important. And then you should know how to handle brand interactions. I was talking about crisis management, how to handle negative reviews, and how to respond to DMs, how to respond to comments. All those things are brand interaction. You must learn it because it's a skill. And in learning this, I have two things to give you here. In managing brands interaction, I want you to understand this, that you must know good communication, you must have the skill of active listening, you must be transparent, you must research, because if somebody asks you something you don't know, you need to research about it. And then you must be kind. Very important. Like I said before, customers are always right? So you don't need to be harsh on them. They are always right. You need to be calm, stay calm, and respond to them kindly. Customers are always right. This helps a lot. And of course, you have to have qualitative analysis. And then one of the skills you must have as a good social media manager is a pitching and selling skill. Of course, I know that we are going to be sending some of the jobs to group, and sometimes you can see groups and you see jobs, you apply for them. But then what if you are not seeing those jobs? You need to apply and pitch people. So you need to know how to pitch people. All right, so you can see a good people having social media handles. And let's say, for example, you see Access Bank, and maybe they used to post before and then they don't post again. Maybe you should know that they have a problem with their social media manager. Or maybe you used to see some good brands on Facebook or Instagram, depending on the platform you are, and you notice that they are not doing what is right, they are not growing. You can decide to pitch them. Either maybe if they have their email or their WhatsApp, you pitch them, or you can maybe probably send them that pitch on their DM. What is a pitch? A pitch is simple, writing a direct message that transfer an information. For example, if you want to you just pitch them. My name is so and so. I am a professional social media manager with 4 years experience. I have noticed so and so on your growth. I've seen that you are doing well here, but you are not doing well here. You are doing well here, but you are not doing well here. You mention some of those things that you have studied from their website or from their social media handle, and you tell them I'll be glad to help you at maximize this kind of goals or this kind of result. And then they are going to, if at all they lack a social media manager, or whatever you are telling them you want to help them to do, they lack that thing, they are going to go forward with you. So you need to know how to pitch your clients for your services. All right, and then you have to stay updated with modern trends. I've said this before, you need to stay updated with trends with Google Alerts, or you subscribe to newsletters and plenty of all these things that I mentioned. They are very important because they will help you, right? They will help you a lot. This you can see, if you don't stay updated with trends, it won't make sense at all as a social media manager in this kind of century. All right, because now we have everything revolving around AI. Every social media, you go to Facebook today, one thing has been updated. You go to Twitter today, one thing has been updated. LinkedIn, one thing has been updated. So if you are not concurrent with what is happening, you won't know how to grow your brand. All right, so you need to know this is because it's very, very important. Like I said, there, you keep your current clients informed, all right, of the current result. You respond to their messages and emails promptly. Like I said, don't allow it more than 5 minutes. All right, so that someone will not be waiting for you for 24 hours. You are not the only person offering that sales, or sorry, offering that offering that particular thing. They will likely move to another person and never return back to you again. And if 1, 2, 3, 4 people are moving out of you, it means that that is not good. Right? Offering suggestions for new campaign. You see that this is the reason why this campaign is working. This campaign is working based on current trend or based on updated trend. You cannot inform the people you are managing, and then you create new campaigns for them. Then you can deliver high quality result if you're updated, and then you regularly ask your clients for feedback. For example, you give people feedback, you sell product to somebody, and then the person like it, get a feedback from you. That's why most of us that we use Fiverr, Upwork, we usually have what we call review. Even products have what we call review. So you need to get this review so that you inform others in order to get more sales. Right? So now number 6 is you need to know how to budget, especially if you are running something like advertisement. You need to know all right, so you need to know how much to charge them. All right, so you need to know how much to run ads. Even when you are charging them to pay you for your services, you need to know how much you are charging them and all of that. This is very good because it will help you. So you need to know most of this budgeting. If you are supposed to spend 10 naira per click on your ads, so you need to know how to calculate the amount of money in order to tell the company or whoever you are working with to give you this money. So this is very important, and I've been saying that it's very important. Of course, you need to know how to run project management. Do how to manage a project. I was working for a company, and they came and told me that they needed to get some sales like that, and they were giving me money to make sure that I bring those sales. That's a project. And they asked me how long is the project going to last. I told them that if we are setting an ask, it's going to last for 7 days. And I said, okay, let's go. So I was the one who was in charge of the graphics, the video, the write-up. I was in charge of managing so that is managing a project. All right, so you must know how to manage a project. Of course, you must know how to do digital marketing. I know that as a social media manager, something like email marketing is not part of your job, right? But then you should know how to do email marketing. And then managing for website is not also your job. But what if the MD of your company or the CEO maybe just called you to do it, and you don't know how to do it? And if you have somebody on standby who knows how to do everything, including social media manager, you may be at risk of your job. All right, so you must know how to do digital marketing. It's when you know how to do digital marketing that you know what SEO is. So this is important. Of course, you must know what content writing is. You are writing content. I said it from the beginning. You must know how to write content. You must know what is SEO. SEO means search engine optimization. So you should be able to know how to write ads that will go viral, to write content that will go viral. I've taught you how to do content that will go viral, and using all those hashtags, ads, using trends and all of that is related to SEO. So you must know what SEO means. And of course, you must know how to do graphic designing, you must know how to do video editing, and you must know how to do page analytics, like I mentioned before. Now we are moving to the last topic for this class, and that's a step-by-step guide on how to make money monthly online. I'm going to give you 10 good steps on how to do exactly that. Number 1 is that you must identify your niche and build your expertise. All right, so it's very important for you to build your niche and understand or identify one particular niche you like. And I've given you how they call a recommendation that when you are just starting, you can try to work for any niche and then test run them to see the one you are good at it, and then you pick one of it, build your brand around it, talk about it on your social media handles, let people know that you stand for this particular niche. And then number 2 is that you develop a personal brand. Like I just said, build your brand around social media. Your brand is a digital identity, and it plays a crucial role in attracting clients. Most of the clients will ask you, you want to do this for us, what have you been doing? Can we see it on your profile? So it's very important for you to build your profile. And then number 3 is that you build a portfolio. A portfolio is a website that contains your experience, contains your skill, contains your past works. All right, now I know that most time it's very difficult to get a website, right? But we have some of these landing pages that you can use to create a website. They are free. Most of them you can Google them, you can see them to create a website. But then most of them are not free. But there is a particular one, there's a particular example or a particular one I used to recommend for my student, and that is using LinkedIn. Remember, I say LinkedIn is for professionals. LinkedIn is for career people. So if you are being active on LinkedIn and you are posting things about what you are doing on LinkedIn, see, if somebody asks you for your portfolio, tell the person you don't have a website but you have LinkedIn. Supply him with your LinkedIn link. Like I said in how to get a good CV, I said it and I still repeat it again, that a good CV should not be you can't be successful without a LinkedIn link. So you must have a LinkedIn link. The reason is because LinkedIn serves as a professional or career platform. So if you are active there, it can serve as your link. So if you are working for anybody or you do graphic for somebody, you can just go there and post that, oh, this is a graphic, I just work for this so and so company. If you are doing video editing, you can just go there and post this. Anytime you accomplish a task, you go there and post. Every time it serves as your portfolio, it serves as your career path. All right, so that is very important. And of course, you acquire the necessary skills. I just gave you 13 skills you need to become a good social media manager. All of them, you need to acquire some of them. If you can't acquire all of them, acquire at least up to 80 to 90% of them. It's very important. Of course, you taking this course is the first step you are taking to become an effective and good social media manager and building a platform where you'll be able to earn monthly from this particular skill, social media manager. So that is that. You acquire the necessary skill, the analytics, content creation, Facebook, Instagram, learn all these things and then implement them. Then step 5 is that you need to be clear with your pricing. All right, determine your pricing structure. And I usually say your pricing structure is depending on 3 things. Number 1 is it depends on the turnaround time. Is if for example, if you are being employed full time, it means that your pricing is just, maybe you say monthly they should pay you 150 or 200 or 300 depending on your experience, even 170 depending on your experience, right? So you can tell them that this is what they are paying in a month. But then sometimes social media managers have a template, a price template. That is, if they are posting 3 contents for you a week, 3 videos a week, 3 graphics a week, 4 write-ups a week, this is what you are paying them. If they are posting five write-ups a week, 5 graphics a week, this is what you are paying them. They call it price template, and it's for social media manager. But if you are being employed full time, you don't need this price template, all right? But if you are working for somebody outside the country, you can introduce this price template because they are familiar with this price template a lot, and they also understand how the price template work, so that you can also use it. Now, when you are charging people, charge them based on your experience. Don't charge them based on what you cannot do, and don't undercharge, don't overcharge. Charge based on your expertise. So don't undercharge, don't overcharge. Charge them based on your expertise. This helps a lot, and it helps very, very well. So you have to include your packages, make it easy for potential clients to understand the value. I will have shown you one example here, but I think I don't have it here, so let Lord leave it for that. Now, you network and market yourself. Of course, I said networking is very important. You are not an island in this niche. There are a lot of people who are doing it. I'm a social media manager. Likewise, a lot of people out there who are doing social media management. So you can network with them, see how they are. So utilize social media platform to network and market your services. Join relevant group, participate in conversation, showcase your experience, always post about it so that people will know that you are there, so that they will also recommend some stuff for you. Next, step 7 is you can utilize freelance platforms. Now, in content writing, I taught you how you can find the video on the group and find the content writing video on my channel. I taught you how the platform where to get works. All right, now pay close attention here because this is where to get the real money. If you have built your portfolio, build your structure, you network, you market yourself, you set your pricing, this is where to get the jobs. Number 1, you can go to Upwork, Fiverr, Freelancer, Facebook, all these platforms and build your profile. Upwork is very good. And Fiverr is also very good. Freelancer is also very good. I have a video on my channel that talks about 15 good websites you can work as a remote, right? As a you can work remotely from home, even as a social media manager. So you can go and check for the video and watch. But then, and one of them is Upwork, Fiverr, Freelancer. We work remotely, Glassdoors, plenty of them. Go there, build your profile, put your resume, that's your CV, build it, put your picture, your everything they ask you to put them, and start looking for jobs there. There are jobs there, plenty of them. There are many. So you can just explore them and then go ahead to use them. They help a lot, all right? They help a lot, and they will also help you. So that is that for that. But one of the ways, right, that I also find very, very good to look for jobs is Facebook groups. Facebook groups, Instagram groups, LinkedIn groups. Go there. For example, if you go to Facebook and type content, or social media management, social media marketers, social media managers, Upwork groups, Upwork writers, we work remotely, work from home. When you go to Facebook and type all these things, groups are going to come and join these groups. People go there to post jobs. I have said it many times that as a content writer, where I have gotten jobs the most is Facebook groups. I know that I've gotten job from Upwork before. I've gotten job from We Work Remotely before, Glassdoors. I've gotten jobs from Indeed, all of them. I've gotten small jobs from them. But where I got more of my jobs is all those Facebook groups. So go there, type all the relevant searches you can search, join those groups, contribute in those groups, and you see people who are going there to post for jobs. You go there and also look for jobs and apply. Applying from there is even very simple. All right, so you can even have the person's DM and you DM the person, apart from you sending to his email or WhatsApp. So that is very important. And then when you get your first job, the next thing you need to do, you need to provide an excellent service. Please, that is your first job. You don't need to play with it at all. You need to provide excellent result. I used to say this many times, that if your client wants you to do a good job, and he wants, let's say, he wants you to reach 1K followers in a week, in a month, please surpass the expectation by implementing good strategies. Try to do a lot of things. Try be up and doing. All right. When you deliver results like that, the person will recommend you to another person. The other people will recommend you to another person. So if you are thriving on recommendation, you won't have to be pitching or looking for jobs everywhere. All right. So this is very important for you to do, and it will help you very. So these are the steps on how to make money every day from social media. Of course, this course title is the 7-figure social media management. So you should be able to know that these are about the steps. The steps to it again are: you identify your niche, develop your brand, and then build a portfolio, build a website, or use LinkedIn to build your career path, and then acquire all the necessary skills we mentioned. And then of course you set your clear pricing. In this clear pricing, I didn't mention one thing I need to say here is that be confident. If you tell somebody that you are charging 150,000 a month to manage their pages, stand firm. Don't stalk and then intimidate. When maybe they just call 100, you just hear 100, your mind just shake. No, you have to stand firm. When you stand firm like that, they will know that you know what you are doing. And of course, I said network and market yourself. And of course, utilize freelancing platform, which I say is very important for you if you want to become a good social media manager. So this is very important, and we'll be concluding for this particular part, and that is I usually say this at the end of this thing, that you have acquired the knowledge, right? You have acquired the knowledge, which is also very good, very good, that you have acquired the knowledge. You have taken the course from beginning and you are now at the end. Most people take these courses, a lot of people take these courses from Express Academy, and they never become successful with it. They never get jobs with it, right? But it doesn't make sense if you pay for a course, or maybe you take this particular knowledge and waste your data and all of that, and you don't earn money from it. Do not procrastinate. Start something. Do not procrastinate. Immediately after here, tell yourself, I'm a social media manager. Create a good CV, and then start looking for jobs. When you get your first job, you have already gotten your first experience, because you are going to start your experience from there. Start building it and building it until you get to the end. So my name again is Nominalata Dennis, and I've been able to lead you from this particular course of the 7-figure social media manager to the end. Now, these were the course objective. If at this class you did not get this course objective, it means that there is something wrong. So you need to revisit this course from part 1 to this particular part 4. All right, so this is what it is, and if you have any question, you can always ask me. And if you want to grow more, you can join Express Academy community, or you can WhatsApp me on my phone number you can see on the screen, and then we will continue to help you.